I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcast it like hey ya.
I almost had it, everybody. Y'all almost saw. Y'all almost saw her just now, everybody. I almost had it on here, bro. Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your number one chief rockin' Knicks Universal main man, Uncle Freezy. Welcome to the premier Knicks in the Nighttime show, the Knicks at Night podcast. Pastor Jay is in the building. Just Knicks is in the building. Andios, the one-man show, is in the building. Salute, salute, salute. Salute, everybody. So tonight, what I wanted to... hey, hello. Wait a minute. We can't have that. We can't have sparkling water all over the set now. We can't have... No. We can't have sparkling water all over the set. We got to put sparkling water in the bottle. My guy, Wiz, do I have a show for you? Wiz, do I have a show for you? Wiz, for everybody that is thinking about how we can improve the current roster and add young talent and keep the current core intact, this show is for you. This show is for you. None other is in the building. The son of the legend, Kerry Cox, is in the building. Salute. Salute, y'all. This show is for y'all, right? Bronx Kicks for Life is in the building. Salute. Want to say a special shout out to everybody supporting us on Patreon, on Playback TV, on YouTube, and every place that we try to rock. I'm not even going to lie to y'all, man. I'm excited about this show. I'm excited about this show, right? As a matter of fact, I'm so excited I need to write stuff down. Let me write some stuff down before I lose my train of thought. Let me write I'm gonna write my thoughts down before somebody come in here and start talking about Tom Thibodeau rotations or something wild OD off topic. Yo, look, I'm gonna write my thoughts down really quick so I can stay on task. Right? Let me see. All right. There we go. There we go. For Shizzles in the building. My people. So Kerry Cox says, Alawan says, Patra must be pulling up. Bim. Yo, hey, Johnny Davis is in the building. Salute. Nah. Heather Headley. The Bahamas, bro. It's the Bahamas. It's Heather Headley. Right? It's Heather Headley. Deborah Cox. Right? All right. So, yo, JJ in the place to be. Salute to my man JJ, man. JJ, listen, man. I got the setup for you, bro. I just bought the Mets package. I got them. I watched the Mets game tonight on Playback TV. Right? Yo, Soulfinger, Dark Gable is in the building. Prince of Darkness is in the building. JJ, I just got the Mets package tonight, man. I watched the game on Playback TV tonight, bro. I'm putting the invite out there to you to come hang out with us. Lawrence Tears on Playback TV, man. Come hang out with us. Watch the game. Get our full commentary while the game is going on, bro. It's nothing but laughs, bro. It's nothing but laughs. I promise. Yeah, man. We're going to be talking Met stuff while the game is going on. Chef NYK is in the building. Salute. And Vientos is legit right now, bro. He legit right now. But remember, Brett Beatty got off to kind of a good start, too. And then he kind of cooled off a little bit. So. All right. So let me get to it. Oh, DSJ is in the building. The R&B sensation DSJ is in the building. Chef NYK is in the building. Salute to everybody watching us on Twitter, X. Man, follow us on X. A comment underneath the video. Come hang out with us. So let's get started on this offseason. Let's get started, everybody. Right, so let's get started. So about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I mentioned a name, my sweetheart pick, right, in the draft. I mentioned my sweetheart picks, right? Right, I mentioned my guy Ryan Dunn. Now, all of a sudden, Ryan Dunn is the cat is out of the bag with Ryan Dunn all of a sudden. Right? Now, all of a sudden, every Knicks, whatever it is, every Knicks, whoever, the first name out of their mouth is Ryan Dunn. Right? Everybody's Ryan Dunn this, Ryan Dunn that. Bro, nobody said that man's name until like 2 weeks ago. Now, all of a sudden, Ryan Dunn is like the hotness. And I'm glad. Ryan Dunn, to me, is a medium version of OG Anunoby. If OG Anunoby is a large at 6'7", 240, then Ryan Dunn is a medium at 6'7", 210, 205, whatever he is. Right? And JJ, you with me, right? You with me on it. So Dunn is raw offensively, but heck of a defender. Yeah. And the same was said about OG Anunoby coming out of college. Great athletes, great defenders, raw offensively, high basketball IQ on all three levels. Right? Defense, offense, transition, high basketball IQ, high character. Ryan Dunn is the Knick that I want. Right? If the Knicks only make one pick, Ryan Dunn is the one that I want. Right? Because he can fit into what we're doing in this moment, and you don't have to worry about him being a rookie because defense travels. Right? If all else fails, play defense. Right? If all else fails, hustle hard, play defense. The answer, when you're a rookie, the answer to every question is yes, coach. When you're a rookie, the answer to every question is yes, coach. That's the answer to everything when you're a rookie. Right. That's the answer to every question. So Ryan Dunn is my pick at 24. At 25, I'm going best available player. Right? I'm going Ryan Dunn at 24 and then best available at 25 and at 38, right? Because, and I have to get on my soapbox for a moment, right? So let me see. Do I have a meme for this moment? Do I have a meme for this moment? Let me see. And off the cliff. And do I have a meme for this moment? Not that one. Not that one. I'm not about to cry a river. No, I'm not about to cry a river. So I don't have a meme for this moment. I thought I had one for this moment. Well, Uncle Freezy about to get on his soapbox. So I don't have one for when I get on my soapbox. I thought I had a joint for when I get on my soapbox. I think I don't. So I don't have. Okay, so I'm going to play this shortly. I'm going to play this right here, and this is going to be my random but direct point.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry.
All right, so here's the thing. Here is my random but direct point. Right? Here's my random but direct point. The Knicks don't need to make major changes. Right? This is my random but direct point. If the Knicks go into the regular season with Jalen Brunson healthy, Dante DiVincenzo, OG Anunoby, Julius Randle, Isaiah Hartenstein, Deuce McBride, Josh Hart, Alec Burks, Mitchell Robinson, Bogey Bogdanovich, and Jericho Sims and Precious Achua. If they completely run it back with those 12, I'm absolutely fine. If the Knicks run it completely back, right? If they completely run it back with the starting 5 and a bench of Deuce, Burks, Josh Hart, Precious, Mitch, Burks, Sims, if they run it back with those 11 to 12, I'm absolutely fine with it. I'm absolutely fine. Right? Absolutely fine with it. But if we find a way to add talent on the mid-level exception, the $13 million, that'd be on that mid-level exception money. Then I feel like we need a small forward, a wing. Now, I know you guys are going to have your favorites. Kerry Cox is telling me right now the person he wants in that $13 million slot is Kelly Oubre. I'm telling you guys, Kelly Oubre is not signing for anything less than $18 million. Kelly Oubre is a starter that's going to command yeah. Now, do I like Kelly Oubre? Of course I like Kelly Oubre. It's light skin love, bro. We all light skinned brothers got to stick together. But I'm going to throw a name out there. I'm going to throw a name out there, and before you guys put out your cigarette and jump out the window. Brahim in the building. Before y'all put your cigarette out and go jump out the nearest window, I don't advise that. I don't advise cigarette abuse. Yo, before you put your cigarette down and go jump out the window, somebody, I don't advise cigarette abuse, right? I'm going to throw out two names. Actually 3 names, right? But you'll get the reason why I said 2 names in a moment. I'm going to throw out 2 names. The first name is Torrey Craig from the Chicago Bulls. A wing defender. All he's known for is athleticism and defense. So all he's known for athleticism and defense. All he wants to do is have some fun. Anybody remember that song? All I want to do is have some fun. I got a feeling I'm not the only one. Anybody remember that? Okay, but anyway, staying on task. The only thing Torrey Craig wants to do is defend for a contender. Right? Now, I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to ask you 2 questions. Are the Knicks a contender? And do the Knicks value defense? And if the Knicks feel as if they're a contender, and if the Knicks value defense, then the Knicks and Torrey Craig are a perfect match. Perfect. Torrey Craig is a 6'5", 6'6" athletic wing defender with long arms that wants to guard the Jason Tatums, Jaylen Browns, Pascal Siakams, Tyrese Halliburton's, anybody in that 6'5" to 6'10" area, Torrey Craig will defend them. Now, here's the thing. Will you have to pay him Kelly Oubre money? No. You can pay him a third of the Kelly Oubre money from that mid-level exception. Right? Now, here's the other part to that, right? Well, I know you're going to say, well, if you spend half of that money on this one player, what do you do with the other half? Y'all spend it. Go get who you want. Fill out the back end of the roster. But keep in mind this name, Torrey Craig. He is going to be to us what Derrick Jones Jr. is to the Dallas Mavericks. And mind you, I think they played together in Chicago, or Torrey Craig replaced Derrick Jones Jr.'s role in Chicago. If you know who Derrick Jones Jr. is. Now, here's the second name, and it's going to be a shocker when I say it. And so Kerry Cox says, free agent Kelly Oubre signed a 1-year deal with him, including an average salary of and 5. There must be a second. Is there a second part to it? Pastor J says the Knicks can sign Torrey Craig to the biannual exception. That's smart right there also. Right? But here's the other name that I want to add to the conversation. And I think Knicks fans omit him because they don't like him. And I think what we have to remember is Knicks fans, these dudes play basketball and they're loyal to teams, but this is also their job. This is also their job too, by the way. These dudes are professionals. So here's the second name I want you to add to your mental Rolodex, right? Caleb Martin. Bam! Caleb Martin. I feel like I hit a home run right there. I feel like somebody should be clapping right now. Caleb Martin. And not only Caleb, but we may be able to find a way. Look, Caleb Martin. All right. Okay, enough. Y'all are too kind. Caleb Martin. Right? Caleb Martin. So what does a Caleb Martin provide for the Knicks? What does Caleb Martin provide for the Knicks? Caleb Martin provides you Dante, OG, Randall, Hart insurance. What he provides you is with leadership and championship level experience. Right? Right? Caleb Martin. Now, if you're thinking Caleb Martin is going to come here and average 18 a game, shoot 45% from three, be comeback player of the year, no, he's not going to do that. Now, what Caleb Martin will do is help a veteran championship contender get to the playoffs healthy. That's what he will do. Right? And if you can't get him, you can get Cody. Cody is a better offensive player than Caleb. Both play really hard-nosed defense. Cody seems to be the better offensive player. Caleb is finally developing a three-point shot. But what it does is it gives us those those guys in the playoffs. It provides quality veteran depth. That's one of the things that we did not have this year. We did not have consistent quality veteran depth. If you ask me about the one flaw on this roster for the year that just passed, consistent quality veteran depth. And I think that's the reason why they traded for Alec Burks at the deadline and Bogey. We didn't have it at the beginning of the season from RJ Quickly, Grimes, and Obi. And I know Obi got traded at last year's draft, right? I know. But if we could walk away with Torrey Craig at $5 million, or the biannual exception, thank you, Pastor Jay, for that, and Caleb Martin for the mid-level exception, while bringing back Bogey, Burks, Josh, Deuce, Mitch, Sims, Precious, I think we're the deepest team in the NBA. And I think you'll be fortifying yourself, insulating yourself against another rash of injuries. Because I think what we're telling ourselves is, well, we can win a championship next year. All we have to do is keep OG Anunoby, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson healthy. And then we start laughing under our breath. Like, because when was the last time these dudes stayed healthy for an entire season? Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing with that. Here's the thing. 1 through 12, you are airtight. 1 through 12, you are airtight. You're probably as airtight as tight can get. Right? Because Torrey Craig is not going to come in here and rock the boat. He wants to win a ring. He wants to win a ring. He's 33. He's not going to come in here looking for the next bag. He wants to win a ring. Caleb Martin, he wants to win a ring. That's it. He wants to win a ring. I know, and I know what we're saying, man. Hey, Uncle Freezy, man, that's like 12 players. Tibbs ain't gonna play 12 players. Tibbs is gonna play 8 players, heavy rotation minutes. The 9th player is gonna play 5 minutes, and then you're gonna have veterans on the bench wilding out, talking about crying for playing time. Good. 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 We don't want OG Anunoby trying to play 40 minutes in 82 games. Nah, no. OG, play these 4 games, and then we're going to sit you. Josh Hart going to start, and Caleb Martin and Torrey Craig is going to get Josh Hart's minutes off the bench. We'll want guys to come here and be thirsty for minutes. Right? We'll want guys to be impactful in their time on the floor. We don't want throwaway minutes. We want every minute to be valuable. Hey, Kerry Cox says Precious is that 9th play. Nah, no, Precious is situational. No, your bench will more than likely be some combination of Burks, Bogey, Josh Hart, and Mitch. It'll be something like that. Something like that is what you'll want. It'll be some combination of offense, transition, and defense. So it'll probably be Burks, Bogey, Josh Hart, and Mitchell Robinson. And then beyond that, it's like Caleb, Torrey Craig, Precious, Jericho Sims. And the reason why I say this, and it sounds like I'm trying to cram 12 players into 12 slots, right? Guess what I'm doing? I'm cramming 12 players into 12 slots. Right? And notice I did not say bring back Daquan Jeffries. Notice I did not say bring back Jacob Toppin. Notice I did not say bring back Diakite. Notice I did not say bring back Charlie Brown. Notice I did not say bring back Dwayne Washington Jr. Right? Notice we didn't say that. Notice we didn't say that. And for everybody and I'm talking about the NBA players, for everybody that's going to complain about minutes and all these different things, remember you're situational. Right? You have to prove it. You're situational. Competition. Ride the hot hand all season, Tibbs. Ride the hot hand, Tibbs. Ride the hot hand. Nobody's going to be playing, trust. Nobody is going to be playing 37 minutes a night. Not with Randall and OG healthy. Mitch healthy. Nobody's playing 37 minutes a night. And that's just what you do with the benefits you get for being an over the cap team, right? That's just those benefits, right? You don't have to make a splash in free agency. You don't have to do that. Is this roster not good enough, or the core pieces not good enough to compete in the East as is? Sure. Sure. This team competed at a high level with less talent than this. And when I tested this idea out with someone else earlier, and somebody said to me, that person said to me, man, Tibbs not gonna like 6'5", 6'6" wing defenders that go all out and dive on the floor. You give him too many of them, he only gonna play one. And I'm telling you the opposite. I'm saying the only thing Tibbs likes more than a gritty wing defender is 4 gritty wing defenders. And you save money. You're not blowing money on a Paul George. You're using the benefits you get for being an over the cap team. Would it have been great to bring back Derrick Rose? Sure. But nah. Those days are over with. Those days of being in the dating scene are over. We're focused right now. We have a destination to get to in full order. We got a taste of the journey, and now we're locked into that journey. Right? So what does that mean for your draft picks? Here's the thing. You have to draft guys. Because if you were going to trade them, what are you trading them for? What are you looking to acquire with those draft picks if you trade them? A star? You looking for Brandon Ingram? Now Brandon Ingram has to come here and play the 2? Are you looking to trade for Donovan Mitchell? Who I like, by the way. Y'all know I love Donovan Mitchell. Y'all know I love Donovan Mitchell, man. Every time I say Donovan Mitchell's name, a bell in this room rings, like somebody rings a bell. Every time I say Donovan Mitchell's name, somebody rings a bell in here. It's like a chime, not like a gong, but like a Tinkerbell. And I got you, bro. Big dog, I got you. I got you, bro. I got you. Trust me. I won't bring you this far to leave you, bro. I got you. I got you. So, what do you do then? You got your top 12 spots locked up with veterans, right? You got them locked up for veterans. You have 6 of your veterans locked up long term. 6 of your veterans locked up for 1 year, right? You talking Sims, Precious, Twin, Craig, Precious, and Sim. Oh, I said Sims, right? Well, basically, your core pieces are locked up for multiple years. Everybody else locked up for 1 year, right? It don't work. They all come off the books, and you have money next summer, right? So then what do you do with your draft picks? Do you package your picks to trade for a star? No, of course not. Where's that star going to play at? You trade for Mikal Bridges. Where is Mikal Bridges going to play at? What is he going to do? Come off the bench? What are you going to do? Split minutes with Caleb Martin? I mean, what's he going to do? Send Dante to the bench? Tibbs going to run a 13-man rotation? No. You insulate yourself for the future. That's what you do. You insulate yourself for the future. Right? Because think about it. You have the present day is going to be your 7 guys, right? Present day is going to be your starting 5 plus Mitch and Josh Hart. The past is going to be Alec Burks, Bogey, Caleb Martin, Torrey Craig, and those guys. Those are going to be the past. You know, they're going to be in that 1-year window. Maybe you bring them back. Maybe you don't. Whatever. But the future is in the draft. And here's the kicker. You don't have to draft for need because you have everything you need. You have your wing defenders. You have your 2 centers. You have your ball handlers. You have your 2 all-stars. You have your rebounding. You have your rim protection. Now in the draft, you call names like how the Miami Heat do it. The Miami Heat do, we got Jimmy Butler, but give me that 3 Musketeers looking dude, Jaime Jaquez. And we're gonna bring him in here and we ain't even gonna rush him. We're just gonna bring him into our culture and bring him along. Right? Like the Miami Heat. Give me that tall, skinny kid, Jovic, and we're going to bring him into our culture because we already have Jimmy Butler playing this position. So we're just going to bring those guys into our culture and bring them along. Like how the Denver Nuggets did it. And we already have Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, right? So we're just going to draft. Give me that kid, Peyton Watson, and I'm going to put him way down there on the end of the bench. Give me that kid, Christian Brown, right? No pressure. We're going to put him way down on the end of the bench, right? The rookie is so far at the end of the bench, he might be down there sitting on the floor. That's how far down on the bench he is. And what's going to happen is those young players are going to slowly work their way up the depth chart. But that don't concern us because we're worried about Boston. Do like the Dallas Mavericks, right? Give me that kid Jaden Hardy out of the G League, the one that plays too fast. We're going to put him way down there on the end of the bench and let him work his way up the depth chart. Right? Give me Josh Green, man. I'm going to put Josh Green way down there on the end of the bench and let him work his way up and surpass Tim Hardaway Jr. in time. And if you're the Knicks, when you say the name Ryan Dunn on draft night, you're going to put Ryan Dunn so far down on the end of the bench, he ain't even going to be able to see the game. Plus, he's going to be tired because he probably going to be done played at Westchester that same day. When the Knicks call Darren Holmes' name, the big with the 3-point touch, the shot blocker that can also shoot the 3, When the Knicks called Darren Holmes' name, right? He gonna sit so far down at the end of the bench that he gonna be so wore out from playing in Westchester the same day. He won't even be able to see the court. But that's not gonna impact us in a negative way because we have Isaiah Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson locked up. Right? The future. The future. Right? In the second round, when we call Baba Miller's name, right? Baba Miller is probably going to spend the entire season in Westchester. The entire season. He's gonna play all those games in Westchester, maybe on a two-way, up and down, up and down, up and down, depending on what we do at the trade deadline. If we have to make a move to consolidate talent, say we consolidate Caleb Martin and Torrey Craig for Isaac Okoro from Cleveland. Do a 2-for-1. Then we add Baba Miller to the 15-man roster. We're insulated. But the main thing is Knicks fans is I think we should have confidence in what the front office is doing. Right? If they sign Caleb Martin, if or say they sign one of the Morris twins. Say they sign one of the Morris twins just to come here and be a rugged practice player. Hey man, look, man. You know? But I want to say a name. I want to say a name to you guys. And his stock is up and down. He could go number 2 or he can go number 15. But if he starts to tumble down the board, I would consider grabbing him if I'm the Knicks. Kerry Cox says, ain't the Mars twin the same age as? And I hope so. I hope he's older, bro. I hope he's older. I hope they're 36, 35. Because the main thing we don't want to do, bro, is create situations where we're contentious over minutes, right? Because if I'm Tibbs and they start and people start complaining about minutes, and I'll be like, bro, I'm sorry, but this is what it sounds like when doves cry. I'm sorry. Fallback haters in the building. So the player that I'm talking about that may go number 2, but may slide down the board, and if I'm the Knicks, I would strongly consider trading up for him and adding him to that end of the bench thing. And the reason, and listen, I think you should bring rookies in 2s, right? I think you should be. I don't think there's ever a situation where you should bring a rookie in by himself, right? Because the transition to the NBA is too hard for. I always felt like you should bring rookies in a duo or a trio, right? Have them out there on the island. I wouldn't do that, right? I wouldn't do that. The human element The human element, a lot of times the human element is what goes into what makes people struggle. Like when we struggle with stuff, a lot of times it's not the outside influences, it's not the task itself. Sometimes it's just the human element of it. Being in a new place, in a new job that you've never been before, things of that sort, right? Maybe the job is overwhelming a little bit for a 19-year-old, right? So I say bring in rookies in twos at least, right? But here is, and I'm going to get on my soapbox a little bit, right? I'm going to get on my soapbox a little bit. Let me see if I can find a meme, some transition music, right? I wish I could play some Ray Charles. I can't though. Wish I could play some Ray Charles. I just can't. Let me see if I can find something that we can play.
I wish I knew how much I miss. I know that we're all screwed when we play our roles and ignore the problems.
I forgot I had that in here, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. I forgot I had that in here. So, but the name I'm gonna say, and I know I'm gonna be judged for saying it, right? Because people like to disagree with me, and I don't mind that, right? Is Montes Buzelis. Who, Uncle Free? Who? You think Tibbs gonna play a Euro? Yeah, Tibbs will play a Euro. He will. This kid is 19, right? This kid is 19, but he reminds me of a 19-year-old Nicholas Batum. He remind, and I'm talking about a 19-year-old Batum goes to dynamite. Right? I'm talking about Batum goes to dynamite. Batum. Right? What I'm telling everybody is if the board gets crazy and this dude is there at 10 or 11, I'm doing scramble drill. I'm doing scramble drill to see if I can trade up to get him. Right? And I know I see y'all. I see y'all. I see y'all. The thing is, yo, Cam Whitmore was supposed to go top 6 last year, and he went 23. Gigi Jackson was supposed to be a lottery pick, and he wasn't. What I'm saying is, if he's there at 10, I'm doing scramble drill. At 11, I'm not even letting the assistants call. I'm making the call myself. At 12, I'm getting James Dolan to make the call to the other owner at 12 to do it. Right? At 13, if he's there at 13, I'm considering offering one of our rotation players for him. That is how high I am on this kid. Right? And y'all know how I am, right? Y'all know me. I when it comes to like these draft prospects, right? Like when it comes, since I've been doing this going on 4 years, there's probably been only 12 or 13 prospects y'all heard me go gaga over. right? And was I wrong on a couple? Yeah, I was wrong on Aaron Neesmith. I got that one wrong. Was I wrong about Aaron Neesmith? Yes. Right. Was I right about Johnny Davis? Yep. I didn't want Johnny Davis. Right. Was I right about Ben Matherin? And I'm not tooting my own horn. What I'm saying is I put a lot of time and effort in this stuff, man. I do a lot of researching, y'all. A lot of it. Right? I put a lot of was I right about Trey Murphy the third? Pounded the table. I was damn near here about to cry on draft night because we were focused on Quentin Grimes instead of Trey Murphy the third. Was I right about Trey Murphy the third? Was I right about Ben Matherin? So here I sit telling y'all about two draft prospects that I desperately want the Knicks to get if they can. If they cannot, that's fine. Right? I think the Knicks have to get Ryan Dunn. I think Ryan Dunn was born to play for the Knicks. As a matter of fact, he wore blue and orange in college. That man played for Virginia. The Ryan Dunn kid is within a reasonable range. Hey, Q Hicks, I got sleepers, but I'm gonna finish this Montes Buzelis, then I'm gonna talk Johnny Bryant, and then I'm gonna talk about the one sleeper. I have one sleeper in this draft. If Montes Buzelis is there at 10, I think you got to trade up to get him. If he's there at 11, Leon Rose has to call some owner directly. If he's there at 12, James Dolan has to make the call. Like, yo, nah, we want this kid. What do y'all want for him? If he's there at 13, we have to rally in front of MSG. Right? We all have to stop what we're doing and stand in front of MSG. And here's why. Montes Buzelis has the potential to be an elite on-ball defender. Now, listen, I already know y'all saw the highlights and all that stuff. Y'all like, that dude only 190. Uncle Freezy, he's 6'9", 190, and people be bumping him around. And right. But remember when I said get the rookie and put him way at the end of the bench? Send him down to Westchester. Get him in an NBA gym. Get him a dietitian. Develop that man. That's what I meant. Because even if you trade up for Montes Buzelis, the same thing that you were going to do for the other rookies, you're still going to do for him. He's not going to crack the rotation. I don't want him to. I want to see him in a year and a half. A year and a half. Montes Buzelis has slick handle. Now, is he Kyrie? No. But for a 6'9" wing player, Absolutely. And I watched tape on his shot base. I'm going to say a name of a player that played in the Big East, right? Right? He played in the Big East. He's from Queens, New York. And I think he may have went to St. John's. I think he used to wear number 20 for St. John's. He was a lefty. Montes Buzelis's shot release reminds me of Chris Mullin, a right-handed Chris Mullin. Now that's his shot release. I didn't say shot results. Shot release. Y'all know the old school Chris Mullin left hand shot release. It looked like what do you but it looks so smooth though. It looks so smooth, man. That's what Buzelis looks like from the right side. Does he have Chris Mullin's results yet? No, his legs aren't strong enough. Remember, this kid is 6'11" with shoes on, and he's like 190. He's like 6'11, 6'10 and a half, whatever, 190. 6'10, 190. So his legs aren't strong enough to get into his jump shot yet, clearly, because his shots usually are short, not left to right, not right to left. They're not long. His shot is not strong, right? It's a feathery touch, but his legs aren't strong enough yet. And the reason why his defense is average and not great is because that same thing I said about the weight room. He's Gumby, right? 6'9, 6'10, 190. Veteran NBA players that have been in the weight room. Maybe they married already. You know what I'm saying? These dudes are have their man strength already. This dude's a kid. And when you look at him, I saw him sit down. He looked like a bag of rubber bands sitting down. That's how thin he is. If you're asking me what player in this draft is going to be the best player in this draft, right? No disrespect to anybody in this draft, right? No disrespect to anybody in this draft, right? No disrespect to anybody because I love a few players in this draft. Some of them I don't talk about because we don't have the draft capital to get to them, right? Like I like Stephon Castle. I think he's going to be Chauncey Billups. That's high praise, right? Chauncey Billups is a Hall of Fame champion, leader, right? Would love to have Stephon Castle, but we won't have the draft. We won't have the draft equity to get up, trade up to get him. I think Montes Buzelis is a championship culture development away from being the best player in this draft because he does a little bit of everything well. The reason why he's not the number one pick because he does a little bit of everything well. He doesn't do one thing that stands out and pops on tape yet because he looks like a paperclip. He looks like a paperclip. And if Buzelis is there at 10, I'm considering trading all my picks for him, depending who the team is. Buzelis has a slick handle. He's not strong with the handle yet because he's not strong, period. The free throws look great. He's got that Christian Laettner, some of that Christian Laettner dog to him, right? If anybody remember Christian Laettner, he's got a little bit of that Christian Laettner dog to him, a little bit. Like he's always looking to dunk at the rim. He's always looking to finish strong at one. The audacity for a dude that skinny to be trying to finish at the rim over everybody all the time. If you want a homework assignment, look at the player breakdowns for Montes Buzelis. I've been looking at him for about a year. I thought he was going to be the number one pick. He didn't have the year that he expected. He's going to slide down the board. Wouldn't that be something? At the end of our bench, Montes Buzelis and Rokas Jokubaitis. If he slides down the board, if he starts that slide down the board, I'm telling you, if I'm the Knicks, I'm making the call. I'm making a call. Hey, what do you want for number 10? What do you want for number 11? What do you want for 12? What do you want for 13? Oh, you want Jericho Sims and Bogdanovich in the 24 pick? Done. If we leave the draft with Ryan Dunn and Montes Buzelis for some reason, one reason or another, I'm super excited. Now, if we don't get Montes because he's out of range, I'm not going to be heartbroken. I'm not going to be heartbroken at all, right? But if we can go get him and we don't go get him, I'm going to be heartbroken. Because champions are built by making smart, relevant moves in the moment. That's how championship teams are built. Now, with that said, what are we going to do with Johnny Bryant? Right? If Johnny Bryant is out here interviewing for head coaching jobs now, then what do we do? Because if Johnny Bryant leaves, if Johnny Bryant gets the, say, the Lakers job, does that not change our coaching staff's identity? Who will we get to replace the guys that have that's been helping develop our guards? Do you go get Rod Strickland? He just took a job. Do you go get Mr. Chibbs? He probably somewhere in Queens right now. Do you go get a Kenny Anderson? I mean, what do you do? So whatever happens with Johnny Bryant, I want him to stay. But if he goes, best of luck to him, whatever he decides to do. Would I like for him to stay? Absolutely. Would I like for him to chase his dreams? Absolutely. And if his dreams come in conflict with what I want, give him what he wants. Kerry Cox, that's the mature thing to do, right? as adults, what you want versus what somebody else wants. If there's a conflict, right? The mature person will, hey, give them what they want. I'll be fine. Right? I'll be fine. Let them have what they want. Sacrifice. That's what the bigger person does, right? Oh wow, Jerry Stackhouse. Oh, that's aggressive. That's aggressive, right? All right. So this last thing I'm gonna talk about real quick, my sleeper in the draft, and I'm not even gonna beat around the bush. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I think this kid, Keyshawn George, is a star. I think he's a star. STAR. STA capital R. That's what he is. In the right situation, i.e., a Boston Celtics. Keyshawn George. Let me see. I'm gonna see who drafts after us. If Keyshawn George goes somewhere, Minnesota is in position to draft him after us, right? Toronto can get him at 31, right? Keyshawn George, in my opinion, is the sleeper of this draft because he goes to a non-traditional basketball school in the University of Miami that's mainly known for baseball. They used to be known for football, but now they're a baseball school, right? That's a name to remember. I'm saying it early June, 2 years from now. 2 years from now, I think we'll be wondering if we can trade for Keyshawn George if he goes to the right. What is that plan? The website just started playing just randomly. Yeah, that's crazy. That was crazy. So if we leave there's a guy, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. There's a guy that I just uncovered. He looks like Desmond Bain to me. There's a guy. He looks like Desmond Bain to me. I'll tell you his name in a second. Dylan Jones. There's a guy named Dylan Jones who looks like Desmond Bain to me. I hadn't done enough research on him to say what he is. But keep an eye out for the Dylan Jones, Weber State. If you don't have anything to do, say if you're waiting on your food and you got your phone in your hand, Google him and look at his highlights. And y'all tell me what y'all think. Let's talk about Dylan Jones maybe Friday. Give everybody enough time to kind of do some homework, find out who Dylan Jones is, and then we can reconvene here maybe Friday for the members show. The members show, I legit want to do a deep dive into the draft picks on the members show for all the members and everybody. I want to do a deep dive in that show. Not necessarily who the Knicks will take, but just talk about the prospects. Right? And on that note, everybody, I'm going to get out of here. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for rocking. Hit the like button. Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter, please. I've been saying this for like 3 weeks. I don't think we're getting a crowd on Twitter. I don't think the Twitter crowd likes us. Twitter crowd, we like y'all. Thank y'all for watching, man, and rocking. Probably see y'all in the morning, maybe mid-morning. Got some stuff around here to do. But anyway, thank y'all for watching, man. Peace, everybody.